All right, so hello everyone. This is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com. Please let me know if you can hear me. This is the second take. I just had to delete the other one. Hopefully this time you can all hear me. And I'm so sorry about that. There's so many glitches all the time. So just let me know if you can hear me, please. Let me know. So that then I can start going on here. All right, so I see Kathy. Now you can hear me. Okay, excellent. Oh my goodness, you gotta love Facebook, seriously. But anyway, so today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 cards using the Harvest Meadow, which is the one on page 54. All right, and this is the one that features that beautiful Nature Harvest bundle. All right, so this is the one that I was showing here in a few minutes ago. And so all the cards we're going to be using this set. I am in love with these flowers, to be honest. But I also saw that there are really beautiful dies, standalone dies, that you can use to embellish your cards like this one. So these ones do not have stamped images. You can use them as cutouts. And you're going to see how easy it is to embellish your cards with them. There's another one here that looks like branches, so definitely in love with them. And one thing to know is that this is one of the bundles that you can get for free when you get the starter kit during September. So if you've noticed, this is the Nature Harvest bundle, and if you have not heard about that, so during celebration, which at this point we only have 2 more weeks, what it is that you get the starter kit, which is you select $125 in products, anything you want, and you only pay $99 plus tax. There's no shipping, so you end up saving 10%. But during September, you actually get 1 bundle for free. And there's others ones, but this is one of them. But if you notice, this one is $53. So this one is right there free when you get that starter kit during September. So it's definitely a great time to join. And the other thing I get questions about is what happens after you get that starter kit. Really, all it is that you become a happy shopper or a discounted shopper, meaning all your orders after you get that starter kit are at least 20%. So if you're someone that are placing orders that are at $100, $200, definitely consider getting the starter kit because you're gonna get some savings. But also, if you're always placing smaller orders, that's also another way because you can get all your supplies at a discount. There's always the option to do this as your business. However, you don't have to do that. And also, if you don't meet the minimums or whatever, nothing else happens. You're a main customer for however many times you want. So anyway, so there's no issues with that, but definitely want to make sure you knew. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you, and I'll be more than happy to give you the links and whatever. So anyway, like I said, this is one of those bundles. It's free, so good time to get the starter kit and become a discounted shopper. A few things also is, one other thing I forgot to say. Even if you purchase this bundle, or not this bundle, but this die set right now is not available, but it's supposed to come to our warehouse on September 20th, so like in a week and a half maybe. So you can still purchase it, so it's still orderable, so you can go ahead and order it. It's just that the die set might delay because it's right now on back order, but the latest report shows to be here by the 20th, so that's great news. Anyway, so a few things about classes too. As you know, we just closed the registration for the the paper share. So paper share is September 25. At this point, the only option I have is online only, which is $25. If you want to get access to the Facebook Live party where we're gonna be sharing how to make all of these, just email me. I can send you that link. It's not for the make and take, it's not for the paper share, it's only for the class so that you know how to make it. You get the PDF with all the instructions, as well as access to that Facebook group where we're going to be showcasing how to make the cards. And it is 8 cards plus 2 additional bonus projects. The next thing is the Sweet Little Stockings, which is this one. And this one, you make 3 of each of these cards. It's all about Christmas, and it is part of my Stampin' Stack series. Definitely love this little dog. And I've already emailed for this class, so make sure you are on my mailing list, which I put it in the description of this video, and it says something like bit.ly/stay in contact with Ali. So make sure you sign up on that so that you get access, or you get all the registration forms and all the information about the upcoming classes. Next one is the Penguin Place class, and I have some news for you on this one. I actually deactivated the option to get the bundle, mainly because the punch is not gonna be back until November 8th, I believe. So that was quite shocking for me. So the stamp set, you can still get it, but the punch is not available. So if you still want to get it, just know that the punch will be later. So just contact me if that was the option that you wanted to get. But the card class, you can still get it, and you can always cut out the penguins from the paper. It's just that right now that that specific punch is not going to come here in time for when I'm mailing the class. So anyway, so that's that. And then the next one, which is the Peaceful Deer. I also have an update on that one, because I just find out that the ribbons, both the ribbons, the gingham ribbon as well as the gold sheer ribbon, which is that one, is not available. And actually this one I cannot even order anymore. This one I can order, the gingham I can order, but it's not coming back until October 4th. So it's after the cutout. The cutoff, and then this one is not orderable right now. So at this point, what I am proposing is send or change it for the gold shimmer, the one from the annual catalog, which is still beautiful. Is the one that we used last week. So I'm gonna be changing that one, and then instead of the gingham ribbon, we will have to change to the what is this called? The glitter organdy ribbon in the black, which it still looks good in its shimmer. So it's still going to be looking good. But it's not the same that I promised, just because it's not available. You know, it's out of my control. If I can, but I cannot really promise. I have like 1, maybe 2 spools from my own that maybe I could give you enough to do the class. But for me to send you, I will have to substitute those colors or those ribbons. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it is this card class. Also, tutorials are already available. And maybe you already have the ribbon too, so if you have the ribbon, then you can use it. But the ones that I'm going to be included in the class will be different than the ones here, just because I cannot order them anymore, or right now. And then a sneak peek on a future class, which might happen next month, depending, is the one featuring the, what is this called? Beauty of Tomorrow. So let me just showcase. This one is not yet available, but I wanted to share with you, although here's the thing, it seems like I'm out of luck because everything I've been showcasing, it's going on back order. This one showcases the ephemera pack, and right now that ephemera pack is not available. However, that ephemera pack is supposed to be back by end of September. So if it comes back, then I'll release that class for the beginning of October. That way I can start getting it. So lots of changes, lots of challenges with, you know, shipping. And it's not really just Stampin' Up, it's just overall, it's been crazy. But just want to make sure you all know. And I'll be putting in the email about all the changes that I am doing, because I know it's not exactly how it looks in my sample. But anyway, it will be looking beautiful. Believe me, it will still be beautiful. So anyway, but let's go ahead and start flipping the camera, and then we'll go from there. So just give me 1 second here, don't get dizzy. All right. Okay. And then this one. All right. Oh, hi, Betsy. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. I'm moving my chair here and I'm making all this noise. So anyway, so thank you. Like I said, we're going to be using this bundle. And I'm going to be using also the Designer Series paper, which is the Harvest Meadow. And I'm going to be focusing mainly on the yellows this time. I think when I did the pumpkin, I used some of the blues. And for this time, I wanted to use more of the yellows. So definitely, there's really nice papers here. Let me just show you here real quick. But you can see really nice colors on the paper. I love this one. I haven't used it, but although I like it a lot. And you can see all of the colors are really fall related, or I think in my head it's just fall related. So definitely really beautiful paper pack. And this one is the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. There's also a what is this called? Cork paper. And let me just share here how it looks. Give me a second I have here a sample of that. And you can see how it looks. It's really, yes, I'm still doing the kids. So it's really still thin, as you can see. Oh, let me put this here. And I just love it. You can die cut it, you can cut it. It's really thin. It's really like paper, as you can see. So it's just amazing. And we're going to be using it in our cards. And then finally, another thing that comes in this suite is the brush metallic dots, which I really like that we got like 3 different colors, right? And so they are going to look fantastic for these cards. And then you can see I almost don't have much, but this one is the diamond with ribbon. Yeah, diamond with ribbon. And you can see here. Now, this one, I'll be honest, I think that it's, what am I trying to say? It's kind of thick for bows. You can still make bows, but they're a little bit thicker than what I like, you know? Like, I think it's too bulky. So I've been using this one more as a trim, just decorating the sentiments, but not so much for bows, just because it's kind of thick. Okay, so, all right, so let's go ahead and come with card number 1. And I'm sure you're gonna love it. All right, so let me just go with card number 1. So here we have the first section. And, and one thing I forgot to show you is also the embossing folder that comes on this suite is the time worn type. And for that one, you can see how it looks. It also gives it like a worn texture, you know, like an old antique. So I love it when it goes that way. And by the way, I am still doing, I know that I reached the goal and whatever, but I have several people asking me about the card kits. So I'm still going to be offering the card kits. You're still going to be able to get the kits in the mail when you place an order with me. For right now, I'm not changing anything. Everything is the same. Maybe for October, I'll change things around. But as far as other things. But for right now, I'm going to leave it still the same. So for $25 when you place an order that is at least $25 using this host code, you will get the cards that I am showcasing in this Facebook Live. If your order is $50, then you'll get the brush metallic dots, which now I don't even know what I did with them. They're somewhere here because I just show it to you. And then if your order it's $100, you get the dots and you also get the ribbon. Okay? And seriously, what did I do with the dots? Like, oh, here. So you get the dots for $50, and then if your order is $100, then you get the ribbon and the dots. So anyway, so right now we're going to continue doing it the same way. And maybe in October we change things around a little bit. But let's just talk that later on. All right, so as far as our card, so let me just go over your measurements. So I have a piece that is So Saffron. That's my card base. And it is 8.5 by 5.5. Then I have the piece of the Designer Series paper, and this one is 4 1/4 by 3.5. Okay. Then I have a piece that is this is Early Espresso, and like I said, I've already pre-embossed with the time worn type, which is part of this collection or this suite. And this one is 3 3/4 by 2.5. I have 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper and the cork paper. So this one is 1 inch by 4. And so this one is going to go somewhere here. And this one, as you can see, it's 3/4 of an inch by 4. So I'm going to be putting this one like so. And then this is where I'm going to be stamping. So I have this one at 2.5 by 4. And this is very vanilla. And then this one, Soft Suede, it is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. All right, so it's 1/4 of an inch larger, as you can see. So it's gonna go somewhere like that. Now, as far as the coloring, we're going to be using our blend. So I'm going to be taking this one for a second. And I'm going to bring the crumb cake, and I'm using the dark crumb cake. And then dark daffodil delight, light daffodil delight, and then the light of the old olive. These are the colors I'm going to be using. All right, let me move these things around for a second. I'm going to bring the early espresso. I could use memento, but for this I'm just going to go with the early espresso. And I'm just inking my image. And we're going to be putting it somewhere here. Hi, Lynn. Hi, everyone. All right. So thank you so much for coming back. I know that we had some sound issues at the very beginning, but it seems like it's working right now. So let's just hope everything continues the same way. All right. So now for this one, like I said, let's just... Mine sometimes it's a little bit juicy, so let me just make sure it dries. So we can probably start doing this part. And I'm gonna bring my bone folder, so let's just go ahead and start doing this section. So folding it in half. Hi, Sandy. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and bring this one here. Oh, and it's a little bit larger, which you know I always do that and then I cut it out. Although for this one, I need to add a sentiment here. So let's just bring... I thought about using the thank you for this one. Oh, I like that one. A reminder to never forget. Oh, I love that one. I think I like that one better. Let's just use this one instead of a thank you. Wouldn't it be nice to have this one? A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Let's just go for that. Yeah, much better than a thank you. So I'm going to be adding this one here. I'm going to be stamping right on this section. So let's just go. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it right here. Oh, wow. Love it. All right. So now let's let it dry. So let's go with this one for a second. All right. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and hold on. Let me get I always like to have like a scrap paper just to color. So I'm going to start with the light daffodil delight, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the petals of the flowers. And it's really subtle at this point. Then we're gonna bring the darker, and I'm just gonna go from the top. And you can see I'm not doing so much of a blending right now. Oh, you can. But you can see it starts looking really nice. I feel like I missed some of the color here in the edges. So let me just color because I feel like I missed some of that. Alrighty. Then I'm going to bring the crumb cake, like I said. And we're going to be coloring this section of the flower. And that goes really nice. You can see that. And then I'm going to bring the old olive, and we're going to be doing the stem and the leaves of the flowers. So super easy, as you can see. I just love coloring. I feel like it is very relaxing. And this one in particular, I decided not to do a lot of blending or anything. It's just coloring with one color. I wanted to make it really simple, very easy, not intimidating, you know, because sometimes, yeah, we just want something easy, still looks good. Now, you can do some shadowing if you want, or blending, but for me, I felt like this would be really nice. So here we go. It looks really nice. And so we're going to go ahead and put it like this. So let's start gluing everything. Oh, here. I'm like, what did I do with my... So we're going to go ahead. Okay, and then we're gonna go. See, anytime I'm doing self-slide, because my table is this color, I have issues lining things out, just because, yeah, my table is almost the same color as the self-suede. There we go. So I need something to break the so I can see better. All right, and then this one is gonna go, let me just make sure. So I'm gonna need to put this one right on the top, because otherwise I would be covering this section, right? So I didn't thought about that, so I'm just gonna be putting it like right on the top so that I can see the sentiment here. Okay. Now I know this designer series paper is larger, it's a little bit larger. So I'm just gonna cut out that excess. There we go. So this one goes for the scraps. Then I'm gonna bring the Tailor Tag punch. And I don't know if you're commenting anything. I don't see the comments. I don't know why. That's weird. I can only see who is watching, but not if you're commenting. So if you're commenting, I might have to go back and follow up with you after the video. And I always try to go back to the, at the end of the video, I try to go back and answer any questions you have. Mainly because when I am coloring or making the card, sometimes I get into the card and not so much answering. But I always go back into the video and look at all the comments. So see how this one is gonna look. So very simple. So let's just go with this one. Very, very simple. And this one does not need any die cutting. The next two, there's going to be die cutting, so you're gonna love them. So we're gonna be putting this one like kind of in the middle. And then we're gonna go ahead and have this one go from here to there. I feel like I want that one. Yes, so a little bit off. Not by a lot, but yes, a little bit off. And then I can cut out that little piece. And then I'm going to be adding this one right here. See? Now this one, I'm going to pop it up with dimensional. So let's just add dimensionals for this one. And the other thing that you can do, which I don't know if I have it right here, is add some wink of a stella to the, yeah, it doesn't show, to the flowers. I think that adding, or yeah, putting some wink of a stella always adds a lot. Oh, goodness. There we go. And so let's just add something happened with this one. It's not working, that one. I think that it peel off and then it stick the other side, so let's just change that one. There we go. Because usually I can remove the back ends really quick. And there we go. Yep. Oh, this one. Okay. And so now I'm going to be having this one like, and again, I just want to make sure I can see the letters. And then we're going to be adding some of these dots. So let's just bring the dots. And I feel either the gold, I'm gonna take this one off from the back thing. The gold will look, oh, actually I think this one's look better, don't you think? I think this one will look better. So let's just use some of these. I'm gonna just go ahead and add just a little bit there. I might want to be adding like 2 more here, you know? There you go. I like it that way. So there you have it. Hi, Mary. All right, so that's card number 1. So let's go with card number 2. I just love all the textures and the layers. Okay, so let's go with card number 2. And let me just move things around here. So for the next card, all right, so here's my next card. We are going to be we're going to be stamping. So I have scraps here, and I should have embossed this one, so let's just emboss that one in a second here. But I have a piece of the designer series paper, and I think this one was 2 1/4. Hold on. No, it's 2 1/2 by 4. And this one is 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. Okay. Then I have the very vanilla, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece to stamp and cut out my sentiment. And then I die cut this one in soft suede, which is one of these, just this one. So I cut it out in the soft suede, and I love how it looks. And then I did this one in the early espresso. And this one is like the branch, right? And so this one comes on this side. Let me just show you here. So I use this one and that one, okay? All right. Oh, Susan, you like that one? Oh my gosh, I hope you're not having that many trouble. I hadn't seen that you were having issues. All right, so this is just a scrap for me to stamp, and we're gonna be stamping exactly the same. You know that I always try to, at least for the Facebook Live, I've been trying to do kind of like the same and give you 3 different options. But of course you can color this in any colors, use the different patterns, right? But I don't know why I always try to do that. I feel like everything kind of coordinates, I guess, when I do it this way. All right, so I have that section, and then we're gonna go ahead and stamp. I want to use the, oh, where is that? What did I do with the stamp set now? See, I'm telling you, I'm always losing everything. Huh. Where is the stamp set? Oh, here. I'm like, where is the stamp set? here. I'm going to use the Sending Healing Thoughts, Make Nature's Beauty Bring Peace to Your Soul. I thought that was beautiful. So I'm going to be using that one. So let's just bring this one. And we're going to go ahead. And I know I want to use the same for my next card. So I'm going to be doing 2 of these. So I'm going to just do the other side. And I'm just going to cut it out twice just because I know I'm going to be using it on the next card. All right. So now for this one, we're going to be using the long label. And you know how much I love labels, so definitely I love that. So we're going to be cutting out that section. And then we're going to be die cutting this one. So let's start coloring our flowers. So we're going to be doing exactly the same as we did on the other one. We're going to be coloring the petals with the Daffodil Delight. And I start with the light and then I go and add some of the darker one. Alrighty. Then we're gonna bring the dark. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to do the Wink of a Stella. We'll do it on this one. Don't let me forget. I totally forgot the Wink of a Stella. We'll add it up. And then I'll go back and kind of do some blending here. Like I said, not a lot of blending. And in fact, if you don't want to even do all that, you can just go straight with the darker Daffodil Light. That way you don't even have to be doing any sort of blending. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the dark of the crumb cake to do this section of the flowers, or the centers of these flowers. And then the leaves and the stem from with the old olive. It's kind of hard sometimes to be coloring with the cell phone in your face. But anyway, you can see it's very easy. Again, I'm not doing any blending on these ones, or in this section I should say, because yeah, a little bit on the petals, but on the center and the leaves there's no real blending. I left it really easy. And so now we're going to bring our cut and emboss machine. So we're going to be cutting out everything and then embossing. Oh my God, let's just move this one out. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so let's just bring this one. We're going to be embossing first, this one with the time worn. So give it 1 second here. And you know what? I just remember I didn't do the other one, so for the next card I'm going to be needing the same. So let's do that right now. That way we're just assembling. Because I don't know why I didn't do it this time. I usually have everything pre-emboss, just so that it doesn't take too much longer, because I know that usually in my videos I take longer. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut out our flower. So we're gonna have here the flower, and actually I also need the sentiment. So let's go ahead and bring the sentiment as well, and do the long label. And see, this might move. So when I see that happening, I always bring a little bit of washi tape just to hold it in place so it's not moving. And then we're gonna bring this one, positioning it. There we go. All right, let's see. I'm gonna cut out, well, let's just bring this one out, and you can see how beautiful this looks, right? And then we're gonna cut out again. Oh, here's the sentiment. And then, like mentioned, we're gonna be cutting out the other sentiment as well. Anytime I'm working on cards, I try to do, yeah, like this step several times, because you go faster when you do that, you know? Like if you're coloring, do all your coloring at once. If you're die cutting, do all the die cutting at once. I feel like that always helps make things go faster, especially if you're doing multiple cards, right? Rather than doing one by one, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll fix this one in a second. Alrighty, so let's come back here. So here are all our pieces here. So now we have the card base, and let me fold this one already in half so that you can start seeing how this is gonna look. Again, the card base is the So Saffron. And we're gonna have this one right here. I'm gonna be adhering these two together. And I just love everything about this whole suite, to be honest. I feel like the colors are really great. The embossing folder, it's really nice. The dots, the dies, I mean everything. I think everything in this suite goes really well. Let me go ahead and glue this one down. We're just gonna go ahead. All right, so here's how it's starting to look. I'm gonna be adding this one right here. I'm gonna be adding this one in the back, and I think maybe like so, you know? And then have this one right here. See how beautiful this starts to look, right? And then we're gonna be adding this one like right here. And I'm thinking about putting some of this trim. Like I said, I like the trim more to embellish, like so, you know? So it has something on my sentiment, but not so much for a bow, because I feel like this one is way too thick and I didn't like that. So that's how it's gonna look. Let me just bring the Wink of a Stella before I forget, because otherwise I'll forget. So let's just add the Wink of a Stella to the leaves. Not the leaves, but the petals. I think that that section will look even nicer. It already looks nice, but I think that flowers with Wink of a Stella always look much better. And Wink of Stella, what it does is that it gives a little bit of shimmer to your projects without the mess of the glitter, right? So I'm gonna do a close-up here. See that? So now it's kind of shimmery. It just looks really nice. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put everything here. For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and bring. Hi Debbie, glad you're here. You know what? I'm gonna be putting it more towards here. See that? So it has a little bit of something. And then I'm gonna be adding dimensionals. Now for this section, I just need to cut it out. And I feel like I am missing some adhesive here. So let's just add a little bit more. There we go. All right, for these ones, we're gonna go ahead and get the, oh, I need to glue this one first. Let's just glue this one so that we start putting our embellishments here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the glue dots. Now the new glue dots are in this side rather than in this side, right? So usually I remember seeing them here. Now they are on this section, so that's okay. You just need to uncover it, press here, and you can then pick it up like so. Okay, so it just takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and same thing with this one. Oop. And I try to hide it always. Alrighty, so you just need to hide it. This one is right there. Yep. And so I'm going to be adding this one like so. I might need to add some adhesive on this section. And this is where I'm going to be adding that, or this sentiment, so it's okay, it's going to be hidden. And then for this one, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of the, what is this called? The fine tip glue pen. Because I only need a little bit, I don't need too much on this one. And you see that? Just not too bad. There we go. I'm gonna hold that one for a second. Anytime you use this one, it's really important for you to close the lid or the tip so that it's ready to go the next time. Okay. All right, so now that I have that, I'm going to be adding dimensionals. Should I be adding? Well, maybe not, because I want this one with dimensionals. So I'm not going to be adding dimensionals. I was thinking about dimensionals, but I think I'm going to leave it flat. Mainly because my sentiment is going to be on dimensionals. There we go. Okay. And then this one is going to go like right here, all in dimensional. So for this one, I feel like I need the big dimensionals. Just so that I can hold the whole thing. And I know I had some dimensionals open here. I'm like, I knew I had some open, so yeah. So we can just go ahead and add plenty of dimensionals. And if you've noticed, I am trying to grab the trim as well as the paper, right? So that it glues everything. It doesn't go away, because I know I'm holding it with adhesive, but still it might fall apart, right? And then we're just going to go ahead and put it like so. Look how beautiful. Now, when I'm sending the kit, I might just send you this section just because, as you saw, you need to be centering well. So it's going to be easier if you stamp and then cut out rather than have the cut out and then center it. So I won't be die cutting this section just so that you can stamp and then die cut. Okay? And then we're going to be adding some of these dots as well because we need to use them. And I'm going to go with the gold. I mean, it looks well as well with this one, but I'm going to just change things up a little bit. And then just use, ooh, maybe here. And like just 2 of them. I don't need too many. I feel like that's enough. See how beautiful this looks, right? Hi, Irma. Okay, so what do you think? Oh, and thank you so much for sharing. It really helps me a lot when you share it so that others can find me. So thank you so much for sharing this video. So, oh, and like we said, we probably need to be doing the Wink of Stella as well on this one so that it has that nice touch as well. I love Wink of Stella. So I'll show you card number 3. And number 3, the next card, I don't know why it is, but I like it a lot. I feel like number 3 is going to be my favorite. Although, I like this one a lot. So anyway, so far, which one is your favorite? So far, I think this one, I like it better. It's a little bit more elaborated because it has die cuts, but it's still easy to make. Now, we're going to go really fast on this one, mainly because almost all the pieces are already done. So we have all our pieces already. By now, I show you how to stamp, how to color. You already saw me embossing it, so this one should be way easier. And like I said, I think this one is my favorite. And I love the layout. And I'll show you in a second a different version of this card as well. That's how much I love it. I did it in 2 different colors, so that you can see how well this suite can go with other collections as well. Let me just take the washi tape here. There we go. All right. So same as with the other one, let's go ahead and put the trim. Let's just prep it already so it's ready to go. That way I'm not having to do that. There we go. So I have that one already. Okay. And so for this card, we have same thing. So Saffron as my card base, 8.5 by 5.5. I have a piece of Bumblebee, and this one is, I believe it's 4 by 5 1/4. Let's just see. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So this one is going to go right here. I've die cut the larger circle out of the layering circles. So layering circles is this one, and I did the largest circle of that one. And I think it's like a 3 inches. It's a little bit less than 3. I think it's like 2 7/8. Okay. I have a piece of the very vanilla, and again, you saw me already pre-embossing. This one is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. So this one is gonna go like right here. And then we have our flowers, which you saw me already how to color, how to die cut it and everything, right? And so the same pieces as with the other one, right? The branches, I don't know how they call this, the sprigs maybe, I don't know. And then this one, okay? And on this one, I actually have a piece of, what is this? The cork paper. So the way I was thinking this one is something like this. And like I said, this one is my favorite. I feel like this one is my favorite. It just goes really well. So it's gonna go something like that. I need to move everything down and then have this one right here. What do you think? It looks gorgeous, right? And once you have all the pieces, like I said, it goes really fast. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start gluing everything, because like I said, this one is my favorite. And I'll show you in a second the version number 2 with a different color combination. What did I do with my bone folder? Do you see it? I don't see it. Here it is. I'm like, what did I do? I was like, I don't see it. I know it's here. Oh, here it is, so that you can see it. Okay. We're gonna have this one. And it's just one little section that is going to be seen. How does this open? Yep, like so. So let's go ahead and add this one right here. Oh yes, the circle looks like a yellow zone behind the flowers. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're totally right on that one, Pat. Okay, so now for this one, I need to be doing a banner end. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. Is that, yeah, that's good enough. I feel like probably a little more. I feel like it's like too long still. Let's just go a little bit more. Yes. Okay, so let's put this one here. Okay, and then same as with the other one, we're gonna go ahead and glue this section. Now for this one, probably need to cut a little bit more, right? And same here, so not this one, but this one, right? I probably need to cut somewhere here because I don't want it to go like all the way there, right? So you can see I have to cut a little bit more here. So I only need like this much. And then I'm gonna be having this one right here. And then this one like right there, right? Now we're gonna go ahead and then add a little bit here. And we're going to be adding the glue dots on these 3. Okay. And then again, we just need to hide that one. And we're going to go ahead and add this one here, right? Then this one, same as with the other one, we're going to go ahead and add, we're going to be adding it with the fine tip glue pen. There we go. And we're going to be adding it like this. And then while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and close the glue. And then for this section, we're going to go ahead and add as well adhesive. We definitely need to be adding, oh, Joyce, glad you're liking it. We definitely need to be adding the wing of Estella. Like I said, this one is my favorite. I don't know, I just love the layout. And I'll show you also what was the inspiration. Because, you know, I love using sketches. That's one of the things that I tend to use a lot, so I'll let you know which one was my inspiration. Of course, I didn't follow quite the same, but I started with that as the idea. And then I'll show you another card with a different color combo. All right, so now this one, I'm going to be gluing in and add it here. So let's just go ahead and add adhesive. Oh, it's so nice. And then we're going to be adding this one with dimensionals. So let me find again the dimensionals. What do you do with the dimensionals? The big ones. See, I'm always losing them. Oh, here they are. I'm always losing them. So let's just go ahead and... Again, I'm trying to take both the trim and the paper. And then this one is gonna go like right here. I mean, does that not look gorgeous? Of course, we're gonna be adding some of these dots. And we could go, yeah, we could go also with the gold. I think the gold will be okay. I feel like that will be okay. And again, we're not gonna be using that many, but just the 2. Just to add a little bit something, but see how beautiful this looks, right? Okay, so now let me show you first the inspiration. So, oh goodness, the inspiration came from a different card that I did when we were featuring the what is this, Forever Fern suite, like last year. And so that's how I decided I wanted to have this piece as that one. And I was going to be doing this one, but then as I was layering things around, I decided to move this circle here and then make this banner on this section, mainly because I didn't like the trim that I had for bows. That was how the whole thing started. Like, I didn't like the bow with this trim because I think it's like too bulky, but I like it this way. And so that's when I start playing with the layout and then moving to the side. Second thing is that I knew I wanted a longer sentiment for this one because I love this sentiment. And so it also kind of looked weird when I had two pieces there. So that's how I decided to go. And then the second card, or the second color coordinate or color combo, was this one. And you can see how it looks. So now this one uses Blackberry Bliss. The circle on this one is actually Rich Raspberry. I color my flower with Rich Raspberry, and then I used Daffodil Delight. And then I cut out the sprig using the gold, is that the rose? Gold and rose paper, so it's this one. I used the rose on that one. And see how beautiful it looks as well. Now, what was really cool is that the dots has also, you can see the color is the gold, is the rose gold too. So I was able to use the same dots on this card. So what do you think? So I hope you have liked them. Definitely love this suite a lot. Let me just clean here so I can bring all the cards, and then you can tell me which one is your favorite. Like I said, for me, this one has been my favorite. I just love everything about it. But the second one I also like a lot. So let me just bring this one so you tell me. So here is number 1, number 2, and then number 3. So let me know which one is your favorite. Like I said, I definitely love number 3 the most. I just love the layer. So, and like I said, this is part of the card kit that you will be getting. So you'll get all the elements to make the 3 cards. Of course, like I said, I'm not able to stamp and cut out the images. You have to have the bundle. But I'll send you everything else. And you have to be placing an order using this host code to get the card kit. And the order has to be by Friday, September 17th. Darlene, you like that one? So the second and third, I know, right? So those two, I don't know what it is. I think that it's because all the die cuts, I think all the layers, it makes it look really nice. Sylvia, you're like also number 3. Yeah, like I said, I just love this one. And like I said, the whole idea came out of this card too. So always use your cards, see what you like about them, and then play with the elements. And I'm sure you come up with really beautiful cards. Thank you, Jenny. So you like those two too? So anyway, so thank you so much. I'll see you next week. And like I said, we are still doing the card kits. And at least I'm not changing anything during September. I might need to change things in October. But so far for September, I'm going to continue doing the same way. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. And I'll see you next week. Thank you, Betsy. You love them all. Alrighty, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, glad you like them all. Thank you. See you.